Pause. Button. A red and grey. Record. Messages. Clock. Calendar. Clock.
So it's
3:10 a.m. Calendar.
10 past
Thursday,
3 in the
September.
morning, and I'm
Page 2 of
going
3.
to play
Doc.
Battlefruit,
Whiteys. Recorder H. Fruit pot.
if I can find it.
Doc. Page 1 of Games folder. 12 apps. Home. Blindfold word search. Blindfold soup. Adventure. Battlefruit.
I'm going to go to Battlefruit. Okay.
Battlefruit. Tutorial. A1. Button.
Now,
A2.
I'm going to go down to... Just going down the rows of the board.
G2. Draw. Buy utensils. Take utensils from the drawer. Ice cube 11 in the Tom 6 in the drawer. Ice cube 11 in the drawer. 4 ready. Tom 6 in the drawer. 3 ready. Button.
I'm going to take
Tom
out
taken out.
6
Tom 6 in the drawer.
tongs.
Take Tom 5 in the drawer. Ice cube 11 in Tom 4 in the drawer. 5 ready. Tom 4 in the drawer. 5 ready. Take utensil. Ice cube. Tom 3 in the drawer. 6 ready. Blender 17 in the drawer. 6 ready. Spoon 3 in the drawer. 6 ready. Knife 15 in the drawer. 6 ready. Water A1. Water A2. Water A3. Take you. Buy utensil. Drawer. H8. Button. Drawer. Button.
Close that.
Drawer. Take your board. Start. Start.
Shake.
Start.
Oh no, I'm starting it.
Colonel starts the game. Good luck. Give up. Button.
Yep.
Your turn. Arsenal. Tom 6. Blender 6. Spoon 6. Knife 6. Fork 64.
So that tells you how many forks you've got. So the arsenal is 64 forks, 6 knives, 6 spoons. But I've got extra utensils in the drawer if I need
Give up.
to.
Tutorial. Button.
Okay.
A1. Button.
So, when you're playing with the phone or the iPad, because I'm using the Braille display, when you use your finger on the screen, from the very top you've got
D3. Button. A3. Button.
the...
Your turn. Water F3.
Okay, from the very top you've got
B4.
your board.
Button. B4. Button.
From
D3.
A1
G4.
to
Button. H. Your turn. H4.
H.
Button. Your turn. Arsenal. Opponent's game board summary. Agile carrot.
Hang on.
G8. H8. Button.
So from A1 to H8 is your board at the top and the opponent's board underneath.
Your turn. Arsenal. Tom 6. Blender 6. Spoon 6. Knife 6. Fork 64.
So just under your board you've got your arsenal, and then below that you've got
Water A7.
your
Your
opponent's
turn. Arsenal. Tom's
board.
before. Colonel starts the game. Your game board summary. Colonel mixer. Pair. Hidden. 5 cells. Around D6. Medium carrot. Before. Colonel starts the game. Good luck.
Okay,
B4. Button.
so
H6. Button. H7. H8. Button.
below your board you've got a gap, and then you've got the opponent's board, and with that you've got information about your enemy,
Drawer.
basically.
Button. Your turn. Arsenal. Tom 6. Blender 6. Spoon 6.
And
Knife
you've got
6.
the
Fork 60.
drawer.
Your turn. Arsenal. Your
Where's the drawer with
medium. Your turn.
the
Arsenal.
drawer?
Before. Colonel start. Your game board summary. Before. Colonel starts the game. Good. Your turn. Before. Water A1. Water A. Your drawer.
So
Button.
then you've got the drawer. Where is the drawer?
Water H2. Water
Where's the drawer?
H3. Your water A. Your before. Colonel. Your game board summary. Colonel mixer. Pair. Hidden. 5 cells. Around D6. Medium carrot. Hidden. 4 cells. Around B1. Peach dice. Hidden. 2 cells. Around E4. Water D5. Ice cube E. Water A. Black. Your
Okay, so then you've got your board, that your opponent's board, you've got to hit it. So from the top is A1 to H8. You've got to hit the blank squares and hope for the best. And I'm using my Braille display because it's easier.
Your turn. Before. Colonel starts the game. Good luck.
And you've got a history of whose
Water A1.
turn is whose.
Water A2. Water A3. Water A. Water A. Water A. Water A. Your draw. H7.
So,
Button. H3. H2.
I'm going to
H1. Button.
use a fork to hit at
G6. G5.
G5.
Button. G5.
Use a fork. Oh,
Colonel
I
uses fork and
missed.
misses. Agile's turn. Agile uses fork and hits fruit at B2.
Okay.
Your turn. Arsenal. Tom 6. Blender 6. Spoon 6. G4. Button.
Now, I can use my Braille display to play, but I can also use my finger to orientate where the fruit is. Or when I get some fruit, I can use my finger to orientate myself around the cells on the screen. Because the Braille display won't give me the cell layout. It just says like G4 and it's a button.
G3. Button.
G3. Whereas putting my finger on the screen, I can touch it and
A2.
go
A2. Button.
A2, go down, 1 is
B2,
B2,
button.
go across 1
B3, button.
to the right is B3, etc. I'm going to
Blender.
use a
Tong. Spoon. Knife.
knife. Oh,
Colonel uses knife and hits fruit at C3, D3.
I got it. C3 and D3.
B5, B5, button. B6, A6, A7,
So,
C7, D7, button.
C,
Your turn, Arsenal. C5, button. B5, A5, button. B5, button. B6, button. B7, button. A7, button. B7, D7, C7, button. C2, button. C3 fruit hit, button.
so C3 and
D3 fruit hit, button.
D3.
C3 fruit hit, D3, D3,
So
button.
I'm going to use the tong on E3.
Blender, tong.
Got it!
F3, catches medium carrot.
So the medium carrot
Adjust.
is a straight fruit.
Agile uses knife and misses. Drawer, H8, H7,
That's fine.
F6, F5, F4, F3 medium carrot court, button.
Okay.
E7, E3, E2, E1, D8, but D7, E4, E5, but E6, button, E2, E1, D8, D6, but blender. Colonel uses blender and hits fruit at E5.
So I've hit the fruit at
Adjust.
E5.
Colonel uses fork and hits fruit at E4, catches peach dice.
So using my finger, I'm
Your
going
turn,
to go
ask,
to
C6 miss,
E5.
button. D6 miss, E4, button, E5 fruit hit, button.
Then I'm going to go to
E4, button.
E4 and I'm going to use my braille
Blender.
display
Tong.
to use
Blender.
the blender. Braille display, blender. Got it!
Catches peach dice. Agile
Got
turn.
it.
Agile uses blender and hits fruit at drawer, button, C2, button.
I'm using my finger
Your
and I'm
turn,
going
Arsenal,
to
Tom
use a
5,
fork.
B2.
Oh,
Colonel uses
I
fork and
missed.
misses. Agile's turn. Agile uses knife and misses.
Okay.
C7 miss, button, B7, button. B7. Colonel
No,
uses fork
I
and misses.
missed.
Agile's turn. Agile uses fork and hits fruit at B1, catches medium carrot.
Okay.
Give up, tutorial, A1, A2.
No,
A,
A1.
your A2, button, A1, button, A1.
Oh, I
Colonel uses
missed.
fork and misses. Agile's turn. Agile uses fork and hits fruit at B8. Give
Okay.
tutorial. A1, A2, A4. Your turn. Up. A4, A5, button. A5. Colonel
Oh,
uses
I
fork and
missed.
misses. Agile's turn. Agile uses fork and misses.
Okay.
Drawer. H. Your turn. Up. A4, button. A5 miss. But A6, A7, button. A7. Colonel uses
Oh,
fork and
I
misses.
missed again.
Agile's turn. Agile uses blender and hits ice cube at A8.
He's
Drawer.
frozen.
H6, button, H7, button, H6, H5, button, H5. Colonel uses fork and misses.
My turn
Drawer.
again.
H5 miss, H3, H2, H1, button, H1. Colonel
Oh,
uses
I
fork and
missed
misses.
again.
Agile's turn. Agile
He
uses
missed.
fork and misses. Drawer. H8.
Okay.
Your turn. Arsenal. H1 miss. G8. H1 miss. H7. H8. Button. H8.
Oh,
Colonel uses fork and hits ice
fuck,
cube at
I
A8.
got an ice cube.
Agile's turn.
So now this other one gets 2 turns.
Agile uses fork and hits fruit at D7. Colonel is frozen.
Yep.
Agile's turn. Agile uses fork and misses.
Oh.
Give up. Your turn. Ask. Tutorial.
So
A1.
now
A2.
I'm gonna
A3. Button. A4.
use-
A5 miss. A6. A7 miss. But A6. Button.
Oh, I'm going to
Blender.
use
Tong.
a spoon.
Colonel uses spoon and misses locates 0 parts of fruits around A6.
Oh, crap.
Agile's turn. Agile uses fork and misses.
So
Your turn.
what
Ask.
happens
Tom 5.
with
Blender
the
4. A5
equipment
miss.
is
Button.
the fork hits a cell directly, so if you hit the A1 with a fork, it'll hit A1. A spoon will hit A1 and it will stir around, like it'll go around to like B2, C, C1, all that. It makes like a circular motion around the cells. The knife will hit in a straight direction 3 cells down. So if you hit A1, it'll then go to B1 and C1, or A2, B2, C2. the tongs will pick up the entire fruit. So if it hits B1 and there's a fruit, it'll pick up the fruit off all of the cells. The blender affects a square grid, so if I hit C3 with a blender, it'll go C3, C2, C1, D3, D2, D1, you know, and then B2, B3, B1, like it'll hit. If you read the tutorial section, it'll tell you all of that. It'll tell you all of that.
Opponents A8. Blender. Top.
It'll go through all of that. If you use the tutorial.
Colonel uses knife and misses.
Didn't work.
Agile's turn.
Oh.
Agile uses knife and hit. Draw. H3. Button. Knife. Your turn. Arsenal. Strong fun. Colonel uses knife and hits fruit at F1.
So I've hit the fruit at F1.
Agile's turn. G6. F6. G5 miss. F E6. B6. B8 miss. C1. Button. E. F1 fruit hit. Button.
Okay.
F2. Button.
I'm going to use the
Knife. Spoon. Tong.
tongs on F2. Got it.
E1. E1. E2. F2. Catches pair.
Got it.
Agile's turn. Agile uses knife and misses.
Okay.
Turn. Arsenal. F1 pair court. But F2 pair court. F3 me. F4 miss. F5 P. F6. F7. Fate. Button. F7. Button. Knife.
Knife on F7.
Colonel uses knife and misses.
Didn't work.
Agile's turn. Agile uses knife and hits ice cube at E1. Draw. But.
Oh well,
Your
he's
turn.
going to be
F6.
frozen.
F5 peach dice court. F4 miss. F3. F. Fate. Button. Fate. Colonel uses fork and
missed
misses.
that.
Draw. H8 miss. H7 miss. Draw. But H8. H7. H6. Your turn. Up. H8 miss. H7 miss. H6.
I'm
But
using the
blender.
spoon
Tom.
on
Spoon.
H6.
Colonel uses spoon and misses. Locates 0 parts of fruits around H6.
That didn't work.
Agile's turn. Agile uses knife and hits fruit at G5. Catches blackberry. Draw.
crap.
G. Your turn. G8. Button. Blend. Tong. Spoon. Tong. Blender.
Blender on G8.
Colonel uses blender and misses.
No, it missed.
Agile's turn.
I think this recipe chef is going to win. Oh, the chef won.
Next. Button.
Next.
7. Elegant blend up close. But 8. New recipe.
Bastard, the chef ended up winning.
7. Elegant. 8. New recipe.
Let me have a look.
Start. Button.
I'm going to go
Recipe 8. Colonel mix of
to
start.
the
Water A1.
drawer.
Start. Drawer. Button. Drawer. Take utensils from the drawer. Ice cube 11 in the drawer. 2. Tom 3 in the drawer. 0 ready. Ice cube 11 in the drawer.
I'm going to take out lots of those because
Take
I
utensils from the drawer.
want
Take
to
utensils. Ice cube 10 in the drawer. Ice cube 10 in the drawer.
read
Ready.
this other stupid
Take
thing
utensils. Ice cube 9 in the drawer.
as much as I can.
Take you. Ice cube 8 in the drawer. Ice cube taken out. Ice cube 8 in. Take utensils. Ice cube 7 in the drawer. Ice cube 7 in the drawer. 6 ready.
I'm just
Take you.
dealing
Ice cube
with
6
it
in the drawer.
again.
Take you. Ice cube 5 in the drawer. Ice cube 5 in the drawer. 8 ready. Take you. Buy utensils. Drawer. Button. Buy
Now I'm going
utensils.
to buy utensils
Close. Pack.
like
Help.
this.
Start. Start. Button. 5 of each. 15 of each utensil. $2.99. 5 of each utensil. $1.49. Help. 5 of each utensil. $1. 15 of each. 25 of each utensil. $4.49. 50 of each utensil. $7.99.
Oh wow.
5 of each help. Button. 5 of each utensil. $1.49.
Buy
Close.
that.
Button. Pack. Help. Packs. Pay with touch. App store. Heading.
I'm gonna buy
$1.49.
it. Yep, I'm going to buy it for $1.49.
Done. Metal fruit. Packs. Help. Alert. You're all set. Okay.
You're all
Button.
set. That's fine.
Close. Button.
See, if I've got to spend $1 or $2 here and there, I can afford that.
Packs. Help.
That's
help.
fine.
Help. Close. Button.
Close.
Buy utensil. Take ice cube. Tom 3 in the drawer. 0 ready. Blender 17 in the drawer. 5 ready. Spoon 3 in the drawer. 0 ready. Knife 15 in the drawer. 6 ready. But give up. But knife. Spoon 3 in the drawer. 0 ready. Spoon 3 in the drawer. 0 ready.
All of them.
Knife. Give up. Tutorial. Give up. Spoon 3 in the drawer. 0. Spoon 3 in the drawer.
Come on.
Blender 17 in the drawer. Spoon 3 in the drawer. 0. Spoon 3. Blender 7. Tom 3 in the drawer. 0 ready. Ice cube 4 in the drawer. 9 ready. Button. Buy utensil.
not
Take utensil.
right.
Ice cube. Tom 3. Blender 7. Spoon. Knife. Give up. A1. A2. A3. Button. A2. A1. Tutorial. Give up. Knife. Spoon free in the blender. Tom. Ice. Take utensils from the drawer. Buy utensils. But. Buy utensils. Buy utensils. Buy. Take ice cube 4. Take utensils from the drawer. Ice cube 4 in the drawer. 9 ready. Button. Tom free in blender 17. Spoon free in the drawer. 0 ready. Button. Air H8. Ice cube. Water. Ice cube H3.
Something's not working.
Water E2. Water A2. Water A1. Start. Shake your board. Drawer. Button. Shake your board. But. Shake your board. Drawer.
Right.
H8. Drawer. Button.
Drawer.
Drawer. Buy you. Take utensils. Ice cube 9 in the. Tommy. Blender 22.
Come
Spoon into the
on.
drawer. 0 ready. Blender. Take utensils from the drawer. Ice. Tom. Blender 20. Spoon 7 in the drawer. 1 ready.
That's
Spoon
better.
taken out. Spoon
I've
7 in the
got
drawer.
More of
Blender.
them.
Tom. Blender 22. Spoon
Utensils?
6 in the drawer. 2 ready. Spoon 6 in the drawer. 2 ready.
Come on.
Take utensils from Ice. Tom 8 in the drawer. 0 ready. Button. Ice cube 9. Tom 8. Blender 22 in the drawer. 5 ready. Button.
Oh, I've got 22.
Spoon 5 in the drawer. 3
blenders.
ready.
Wow,
Button.
that's crazy.
Knife 20 in the drawer. 6 ready. Water A1. Knife 20 in the drawer.
Gonna get some more knives.
Take utensils from. Buy you. Take ice cube 9. Tom. Spoon 5 in the drawer. 3. Knife 19 in the drawer. 7 ready. Button. Knife 19 in the drawer.
I've got
7
a
ready.
lot of knives. Wow.
Take utensils. Ice cube. Tom 8. Blender 20. Spoon 5 in the drawer. 3 ready. Blender 22 in the drawer. 5 ready. Button.
I'm gonna
Spoon
keep
5 in the drawer. 3 ready. Button. Spoon 5 in the drawer. 3 ready.
another spoon.
Take utensils. Ice cube 9 in the drawer. 9 ready. Button. Tom 8 in the drawer. 0 ready. Button.
I
Tom
need
8 in the
to
drawer.
get some
0 ready.
tongs.
Take utensils. Ice cube 9. Tom 7 in the drawer. 1 ready.
2, 3 tongs, I think.
Take ice. Tom 6 in the drawer. 2 ready. Tom taken out. Tom 6 in the drawer. Take ice. Tom. Blender 20. Spoon 4 in the drawer. Blender 22 in the drawer. 5 ready. But. Take utensils. Ice cube. Tom. Blender. Spoon 4. Knife 18 in the. Water A1. Water A1. Knife 8. Spoon 4 in the drawer.
And
4
I
ready.
believe if you keep not playing Battlefruit for ages and ages, it builds up your arsenal slowly over several weeks. It'll just build up for free without buying it. But if you want extra stuff straight away, you've got to pay for it. So I'm happy to pay $1 or $2 here and
Blender.
there.
Tom 5 in the drawer. 3 ready. Button. Ice cube. Take utensils from the drawer. Buy utensils. Drawer. Button. Drawer. Shake your board. Button. Stop. Shake your board. Start. Button.
Because if I don't buy stuff, it will just add, I guess, build up my arsenal very slowly. Every 12 hours, it just adds new stuff. Adds, I think it's 1 or 2 new utensils every 12 hours, and it just keeps doing it over time.
Water A1.
You know?
Start. Button. Start. Pink starts the game. Good luck. Pink's turn. Pink uses blender and hits fruit at E7. F7. Give up.
Alright.
Button. 8. But 9. Spoon. Blender.
Blender. Got it?
Colonel uses blender and hits fruit at A7. B7.
So A7 and
Pink is frozen.
B7. So
B5.
A7.
B5. A5.
That's good.
Button.
I'm glad
A7.
he's
A miss.
frozen.
A7 fruit hit. B7 fruit. C7. Button.
I'm going to use a
C7.
fork.
Colonel uses fork and hits fruit at C7.
Oh, yep. I'm going to use the tongs
Pink's turn.
at C8.
Pink uses blender and hit. Give up. Button. Chef. B4. B5. B6. B7 fruit. B6. Your turn. Ask. B8 miss. But C1. B7 fruit hit. B6. Button. Knife.
I'm
Spoon.
using the tongs.
Colonel uses tong and hits ice cube at B6.
Fuck. I've hit the ice cube.
Pink is frozen. Colonel is frozen. Pink's turn.
We're both frozen.
Pink uses blender and hits ice cube at F3. H2.
Oh my god. Oh
Your turn.
well.
Arsenal. Tong 2. B5. Button. B6 miss. But B7 fruit hit. B8 miss. C1. B7 fruit hit. Button. D5. But D5. D7. E7. E6. Button. E7. D7. C7 fruit hit. B7 fruit hit. But C7 fruit hit. C8. C8. Button.
Feel like I've got like a pear or a banana
Knife.
or something.
Tong. Colonel uses tong and misses.
Missed. Fuck.
A5. B5. A6. B5. Button. Your turn. Up. B5. C5. Button. B5. But B7 fruit hit. B6 miss. Button. B7 fruit hit. A7 fruit hit. C7 fruit hit. D7. Button. Knife.
Fork. Knife. There we go.
Uses knife and hits fruit at D7. Catches medium carrot.
Ah, it was.
Drawer. Button.
Let me have a
Pink's
look.
turn. B7 medium carrot court. B7 medium carrot court. Button. D7 medium carrot.
Okay.
F7. Button. E7. Colonel uses fork and misses. Pink's turn. Pink uses knife and hits fruit at C5. B6. Hits ice cube at A7.
Good. Good.
Give up.
Glad
A1.
he's frozen.
E6. Button. E5. Button.
Good.
Knife. Spoon. Tong. Blender. Colonel uses blender and misses.
Oh, that's okay.
Pink is drawer. H.
No, not a problem.
Your turn. H6. Blender. Tong. Spoon. Knife.
Knife. Got it.
Colonel uses knife and hits fruit at G6. Catches blackberry.
Yeah, I got a blackberry. Yay.
Pink's turn. Pink uses knife and hits ice cube at G8.
That's
Drawer.
okay.
Button.
Not an
H8.
issue.
H7.
I don't care.
H8. Your turn.
I don't
Ask Tong.
care.
Spoon. Colonel uses spoon and misses. Locates 0 parts of fruits around H7.
Bugger.
Pink drawer. H8. H7. H6. H6. H5. H4. H3. H2. H1.
I'm
Knife.
going to
Spoon.
use a spoon again.
Colonel uses spoon and misses. Locates 0 parts of fruits around H1.
Oh, bastard.
Pink's turn. Pink uses fork and hits fruit at C6.
Okay.
Drawer. H2, H1, G8, G7, G6, G5, button, G4.
Okay,
Knife.
I'm going to
Spoon.
use the
Tong. Blender.
blender.
Colonel uses blender and hits fruit at F3.
Okay, I'm going
Pink's
to
turn.
feel F3 with my finger.
D4 miss, button, E4 miss, F4 miss, F3 fruit
F3.
hit, but F4 miss, button, F2, F1, F2,
F2,
knife.
I'm going to use
Spoon.
the
Knife.
knife.
Colonel uses knife and hits fruit at E3. Catches peach dice.
Got it.
Pink's turn. Pink uses knife and hits fruit. Give up.
Okay.
Button. A1, A2, A1, knife.
A1, I'm going to use the
Your
knife
turn.
on
Arsenal. Top
A1.
tutorial. Button.
Hang on.
Give up. Button.
No.
A1. Knife.
Knife on A1. Got it.
Colonel uses knife and hits fruit at B2. C3.
Okay, so,
Pink's turn. A3. 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 Your turn. Arsenal. Tong 1. A3. B3. Button. B3. Button. C3 fruit hit. Button. B3. Button.
let the tongue
Knife.
on.
Spoon. Tong. Spoon.
I'm going to use spoon and see what it does.
Colonel uses spoon and hits fruit at B3. Locates 1 part of fruit around B3.
Okay.
C4. Pink's turn. B4. Button. B3 fruit hit. Button. A3. Button. Your turn. C2. Button. C2. C3 fruit hit. D3. Button. Knife. Spoon.
Wonder
Tong.
what the
Spoon.
knife will do.
Spoon. Tong.
Tongs, actually.
Colonel uses tong and
Oh,
misses.
fucking
Capsy.
miss. Hang on.
A4. Button. A5. Button. A4. A6. B6. Your turn. B4. Button. A3. B3 fruit hit. Button. A3. Button. Blender. Spoon.
I'm
Blender.
going to use the blender.
Colonel uses blender and misses.
Nope, that didn't
Pink's
work.
turn. Uses fork and hits fruit at D4. Catches peach dice. Give up. A2 miss. A. Your turn. A3 miss. A4 miss. A5. Button. Blender. Spoon. Blender. A6. A. Chef. B1. B2 fruit hit. B1. Button. Blender.
Blender. Got it. Yes, I
Next. Button.
won.
Next. 9. 8. Close. Button. 8. Sweet pear excellence. 2 stars. 9. New recipe.
I could get 5 stars on it, but I'm not so bothered by the stars. Just so long as I do the recipes, I don't care.
Alpha 1. Water A2. Alpha. Shake your board. Star. Drawer. Button. Shake your board. Button.
Let's
Shake your
have a
board.
look at what I've got in the drawer here.
Drawer. Pencils from the drawer.
Let's have a
Ice
look.
cube 9 in the drawer. 2. Tong 5 in the. Ice cube 9 in the drawer. 2 ready. Tong 5 in the drawer. 0 ready. Blender 21 in the drawer. 5 ready. Spoon 4 in the drawer. 0 ready. Knife 18 in the drawer. 6 ready. Alpha 1. Knife 18 in the drawer.
Okay.
6 ready. Button. Knife 18 in the drawer. 6 ready.
I'm going to get
Take utensils from the drawer.
9
Ice cube 9
ready.
in the drawer. 2 ready.
I'm going to get that.
Take utensils. Ice cube. Tong 5 in the drawer. 0
I'm
ready.
going to get that.
Take utensils. Ice cube. Tong 4 in the drawer. Take ice. Tong 3 in the drawer. 2 ready. Take ice. Tong 2 in the drawer. Take utensils. Ice. Tong 1 in the drawer.
Okay.
Take ice cube 8 in the drawer. 3 ready.
Yep. I'm going to freeze up my opponent.
Take
as
utensils.
much as
Ice cube
I
7 in the
can.
drawer. Ice cube 7 in the drawer. 4 ready. Take ice cube 6 in the drawer. Ice cube 6 in the drawer. 5 ready. Take utensils from the drawer. Ice cube 5 in the drawer. 6 ready. Button.
I want to put 7 ice cubes on
Take
there.
utensils from the ice. Tongs. Blender 21 in the drawer. 5 ready.
I'm going to get heaps of blenders.
Take ice. Tongs. Blender 20 in the drawer. Blender taken
Yeah.
out. Blender 20 in the drawer. Take utensils from the drawer. Ice cube. Tom 0. Blender 19 in the drawer. 7 ready.
Yep, getting that ready.
Take utensil. Ice. Tom 0. Blender 18 in the drawer. 8. Spoon 4 in the drawer. 0 ready. Button. Knife 17 in the drawer. 7 ready. Button. Knife 17 in the drawer. 7 ready. Take utensils from Tom. Blender. Spoon 4 in the drawer. 0 ready.
I'm going to get 4 spoons.
Take Ice. Tom. Blender 18. Spoon 3 in the drawer. Spoon 3 in the drawer. 1 ready. Take utensil. Ice. Tom's. Blender 18 in the drawer. Spoon 2 in the drawer. 2. Spoon 2 in the drawer. 2 ready. Take utensil. Ice cube. Tom. Blender 18. Spoon 1 in the drawer.
Okay.
Take utensil. Ice. Tom. Blender. Spoon 0. Knife 16 in the drawer. 8 ready. Alvin 1.
8
Knife.
knives.
Spoon 0 in the drawer. 4 ready. Blender 18 in the drawer. 8 ready. Tom 0 in the drawer. 5 ready. Ice cube 4 in the drawer. 7 ready.
I'm
Button.
going to get 8 ice cubes. There we go.
Buy utensil. Drawer. Button. I9 out. Drawer.
Drawer?
Button. Drawer. Shake your board. Drawer. Draw. Out A1.
Shake.
Water. Out A.
Let's
Shake
shake.
your board. Button. Shake your board. Start. Shake your
gonna
board.
shake
Button.
it again.
Shake your board. Start.
Then I'm
Button.
going to press start.
Start. Quick starts the game. Good luck.
Right?
Quick turn. Quick use. Drawer. Quick use. Out A1. Water A2. Out. Your turn. Pass. Water. Water.
I'm
Water
gonna have a
A5.
look
Water A.
at my
Water A7. Ice cube. Out A9.
opponent's
Ice cube
thing.
A8. Out A9. Your chef 1. Your game board summon. Chef 1. Water B1. Water B2. Water B. Water B4. Water. Ice. Apple B. Apple B8. Water B9. Ice cubes. Apple C2. Apple C3. Water C4. Water C5. Water C6. Apple C. Apple C8. Water C.
Okay,
Water.
so
Apple.
there's
Apple D3.
apple
Water D.
there.
Water D. Water D. Water. Apple. Apple D9. Water. Apple. Apple E4. Water. 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 Apple. Apple E9. Water F. Water. Apple F. Apple F. Water F. Water. 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 Ice cube. Water G1. Water. Water. Ice cube F9. Water.
Okay.
Water. Ice cube G3. Water. Ice. Water G6. Water G. Water. Water G. Water. 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 Ice cube. Water H6. Ice cube H5. Water. Water. Water H.
Okay.
Add 1. Water I2. Ice cube. Water. 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 Add 9.
Right.
Give up.
Okay.
Tutor. A1.
So
A2.
there's heaps
Button.
of apples.
A4. But A5.
I'm
But
going to
knife.
use a
Spoon.
blender or a spoon.
Blender.
No blender.
It's fruit at A5. A6. B5. B6. Catches apple.
Wow. I caught an apple straight
Quick
away.
Quick uses knife and draw. I8. I7.
I
I4.
caught an apple
Your turn.
immediately.
I6. I5. I4. Button. Knife.
Knife. Oh,
Colonel uses knife and hits fruit at H4. G4. Hits ice cube at I4.
got fucking ice cube.
Quick turn. Quick uses fork and H6.
Now
Button.
where's G?
H5. Button.
G.
F5. Button. F4. Button. F5. Quick turn. F5. Button. G5. Button. H4 fruit hit. Button. I4 hit. Your turn. H4 fruit hit. G4 fruit hit. Button. F4. Button. G4 fruit hit. F4. Button.
Time
Blender.
to get
Tom.
a
Blender.
blender in there.
Colonel uses blender and hits fruit at G5.
Okay.
Quick turn. G5 fruit hit. Button. G4 fruit hit. Your G4 fruit hit. G3 miss. Button. G4 fruit hit. Button.
G3, G4. What about
I3. Button. Your turn. Arsenal. H3. G3 miss. Button.
G3.
G5 fruit hit. Button. G7. Button. G6. Button. F6. Button.
F6.
F5 miss. Button. G5 fruit hit. G6.
Okay,
Button.
I'm going to use the tong
Knife.
on G6.
Tong. Colonel uses tong and
No,
misses.
fucking missed.
Quick H5. F6. E6. Button. E6. E8. E6. G5. Your turn. Arsenal. F5 miss. H5. Button. H4. H4 fruit hit. Button. H5. Button. Knife. Spoon. Knife.
Got
Colonel
it.
uses knife and hits fruit at H5. F7. Catches apple.
Got it.
Quick turn.
So it's basically a whole
Quick
lot of
uses blender and
apples.
hits ice cube at drawer.
Yeah,
Button.
that's okay. We've
I9 out.
got the,
I8. I7. Your I7. Button. I6. Button.
yeah, it's
Blender.
fine. Who's frozen?
Colonel uses blender and miss. Draw.
Okay.
I2. But quick
I'm
cap you.
gonna
You.
use a
Draw.
spoon.
I5. H8. Button.
I'm
Knife.
going
Spoon.
to use the spoon on H8.
Colonel uses spoon and misses. Locates
No.
2 parts of fruits around H8.
Oh, okay, 2 parts of fruit around
Quick turn.
H8.
Quick uses knife and miss it. I6 miss. Button. H4 apple court. Your turn. I4 miss. Button. Your turn. Arsenal. G5 apple court. Button. H5 apple court. H7 miss. Button. H8 miss. Button. H9. I9 out. Button. H8. G8. Button. H8 miss. Knife. H7.
where is G?
G7. Button. G8. Button.
Use
Blender.
the blender. G8. There we go.
Blender hits fruit at H. G7. G8. Catches apple.
I got another apple. Yes.
Quick turn. Quick uses blender and hits fruit at D2. Draw. I6, I5, I4, I3, I1. Your I2, H8 miss. H4 apple. H3, H2, H1. But knife.
Time to use a knife on H1. Nope.
Colonel uses knife and misses. Quick turn. E6.
Good.
Fate apple court. Button. E8.
He's frozen.
E7. Button. Your turn.
E7.
E6. Button. Knife.
E6 knife.
Colonel uses knife and misses.
Didn't work.
Quick is frozen.
Oh well, whatever. Serves him not getting the fucking ice cube.
G9, F9, F2, button, knife, spoon.
Spoon. What will I catch?
Colonel uses spoon and misses, locates 2 parts of fruits around F2.
Oh, good. 2 parts of fruit around F2.
Quick turn.
Right.
B4 miss, button.
So, F2.
B2, button. D2. Your turn. D2. C2. E2, button.
Okay, I'm going to use a knife on E2. Got it.
Colonel uses knife and hits fruit at E2. E1.
E2 and
Quick turn.
E1.
B1, button. C1. E1 fruit hit, button. D1. D1. E2 fruit hit. E4 miss. E3 miss, button. D3, button. D1. D3, button. E3 miss, button. E1 fruit hit. D2. E2 fruit hit. D2, button.
I'm using the tongue
Knife.
on
Spoon. Tongue.
D2. Picked it up. Yes, I won! Yes, I won!
You win. Next, button.
I won!
Next.
I won, I won.
Button. 10, 9. Passion for the apple. 3 stars.
Passion for the apple. Oh, I got 3 stars. Now, at any time, I can go back and replay and get as many stars on these recipes as I want. But, you know, I'm being slack and lazy today.
10. New recipe. Close.
And
button.
I just want to go through as many recipes as I can and then eventually go back and replay some of these levels and
Close. Button. Previous level. 1. Excellent pineapple sweetness. 2 stars. Previous level. Previous level.
get some,
1, 2, 3.
you know, extra
10.
stars.
Close. Button. 10. New recipe. Close.
So I'm going to
button.
close this off for now.
Settings. Help. Multiplayer.
Yeah.
Play Battlefruit. Play Battlefruit. Button.
And there is a multiplayer game. If you get Game Center and you set it up, you can play with me online. But you don't have to. I'm just saying, like, I like multiplayer games. But since I have no one to play with, I want to play multiplayer games, but that won't happen very soon. So I'll just keep playing single games because they are me versus the computer rather than me versus another person. But so they're... Oh, the dynamics are a bit different because I'm playing against a machine, but so what? I'll play multiplayer with people one day.
Multiplayer. Play Battlefruit. Button.
But for now, I'm
A logo on a
doing
blue surface.
singles
Play.
games.
YouTube. 3D item. Netflix.
And
CMAI. FaceTime. App Store. Apple Store. Combat. Amazon.
what
Myot.
else am I
Uber.
going to do?
Maple. Medicare.
What else am I going to do? I decided to reject an email from Guide Dogs. You know, I rejected a graduation email because I don't really want... I don't really want to go to this graduation, to be
Dock.
honest.
Safari.
I want to
Page
be
1 of 3.
there.
Games folder. 12 apps. Medicare. Games folder. 12 apps.
I just don't need to be there, so I'm not going.
Here's Farmland. Blindfold Connect. Hatchy. Frogs. Blindfold Games. Blindfold Word Search. Blindfold Sudoku. Soup.
Soup. I can't decide if I want to play soup or
Adventure.
not.
Battlefruit. Page 1 of 2. Adjustable.
No.
Messages. No. Set. Books. YouTube. Netflix. CMAI.
No, I don't want to
FaceTime.
read books at the moment. I mean, I will
Myoptus.
read books
Dock.
eventually.
Page
But
1 of 3. Adjustable.
I need to actually finish because I buy books off Apple Books. I don't have a time frame to return them, but the books from the Vision Australia Library have a time frame. You can't borrow them and then just keep them. You've got to return them after 3 months. So, because the books in Apple Books are not ones that I have to return, I've got my own library and I can take forever to read those books. But I need to finish those books from VA first. And when I've done with those, then I'll go back to the books from Apple Books. But until then, I really have to finish these other books.
Games folder. Page 1 of 3. Page 2 of YT Studio. Recorder H. Fruitpot. Goodreads. Surfshark.
Goodreads. I don't want to
Drive.
check out Goodreads.
Check in QLD. VIP code reader. RBI Live. BOM Weather.
No.
ABCIU.
I'm getting
App
rid of
library. Activate edit
ABCIU
mode.
because I
Started
don't
editing.
use it
Recorder
anymore.
HQ. Fruit. Good. Search. Drive. Check in.
Don't
VIP.
like
RBI.
it.
BOM. ABC. Google Maps.
Got
ABCIU.
heaps of shit on
Alert.
it that I don't
Removing.
want to
Removing
hear
from delete
about.
that. Button.
I don't like it.
Alert. Delete it. Can delete. Add widget. But drive. Is editing. Check in QLD. Is editing.
I
Character
made a
mode.
doctor's appointment for next Wednesday, so get ready for a recording.
VIP code reader. Is editing. Character mode. RBI Live. BOM Weather. Is Google Maps. Is editing. In iCloud. Files. Is edit. Contacts. Is edit. iTunes Store. Is editing. Home. Is editing. Camera. Is editing. Phone. Finished
Okay.
editing. Find my. Find my.
Well, there's no other apps I need to ditch yet. There's no other apps that I need to completely ditch.
Home. Messages.
I am doing a recording tonight of my shopping experience.
Notes. Clock. 3:40. Calendar. Thursday. 08. Books.
3:40 something. I'm hungry, but I have to wait till 5 a.m. to eat. God, I have to wait till then.
CMAI. Netflix. App Store. Apple. Combat.
I
Duolingo.
have to
Amazon.
wait till
MyOptus.
then. God.
Uber. Mabel. Medicare. Games Store. Page 1 of 3. Adjustable.
Well,
YT Studio. Recorder HQ. Recorder HQ. Back button. Stop. Button.
I think that's it for me for now. There's nothing else that I need to talk about until tonight when I do my recording going out. So, besides reading my books, there's really nothing else that I want to do besides read all of my Visit Australia Library books until I've finished, because I've got to send some books back this next week. So I'm going to send some books back on Tuesday, and Wednesday I'm having fish and chips. And I'm organising a fortnightly outing trips to Costco. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. And yeah.
Pause. Stop. Button.
We'll see what happens.